We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking modern movie star scandals.
I was over the moon happy, but that's the great regret of my life. I wish I'd never met him.
For this list, we're looking at the most terrible, jaw-dropping, and shocking controversies involving film actors that have taken place in recent years. While we would love to talk about Dakota Johnson inadvertently causing Ellen DeGeneres' so-called downfall, we're just focused on the movie world here, not TV. Did we miss anything too juicy to pass up? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. The Will Smith Oscar slap. It was the slap heard round the world. If you were watching the Oscars on March 27, 2022, you witnessed one of the most shocking award show ceremony moments in history. Comedian Chris Rock came out to present an award, and in typical fashion, did a little stand-up beforehand. He proceeded to make an incredibly insensitive joke at the expense of Will Smith's wife, actress Jada Pinkett Smith, who lives with alopecia. The couple have had some pretty public struggles as of late. They've been open about them, but it cannot have been easy.
You go figure it out. You go figure out if you can be happy and just prove to me it's even possible. Right?
It seems this moment was a bit of a breaking point because Will walked on stage and slapped Rock across the face. He then yelled out that now infamous line. Number 9. Operation Varsity Blues. No, we're not talking about the movie, although that has some pretty scandalous moments of its own.
Wait. I can't. We can't. This is not. I'm really sorry.
This Varsity Blues references the celebrity college admission scandal that took the media by storm in 2019. The scandal involved multiple celebrities, including some of the most beloved, bribing college officials so that their kids could get in.
The accusations range from paying thousands of dollars for higher SAT scores to presenting students as top athletes in sports they never even played.
Film and television stars like Lori Loughlin, known by many as Aunt Becky, and Felicity Huffman pled guilty. Granted, the jail time these two women faced was not that significant in the grand scheme of things.
In a virtual hearing Friday, actress Lori Loughlin got emotional as a judge sentenced her to 2 months in prison for her role in the college admission scandal.
But the scandal stayed relevant in the media for what felt like years and led to important discussions surrounding privilege and education. Number 8. Winona Ryder shoplifting. Today, Winona Ryder is widely known for her supporting role on Stranger Things, but back in the 90s and early 2000s, she was a really huge movie star.
Where'd you get that dress?
Oh, I don't know, I just bought it. But I think I'm gonna go change, cause...
No, don't. You look beautiful. You look like a doily.
And in 2001, she couldn't get her name out of the media if she tried. In December of that year, the actress was arrested for stealing over $5,000 worth of merchandise from a Saks in California.
He said the actress walked past 3 cash registers with a pile of clothes and handbags before leaving the store.
She was later sentenced and was on probation for the crime all the way until 2005. Ryder has said in interviews that she engaged in this shoplifting spree while she was struggling personally, and has since come out on the other side stronger. Number 7. The Fatal Rust Incident. Up until 2021, Alec Baldwin was mostly known as a movie star with a bit of an odd online personality.
90% of negotiations are lost by the person who speaks first. Because what is speaking a sign of?
Weakness?
You out, fired.
But tragedy struck and all that changed. On the set of a film called Rust, Baldwin accidentally fired a live round from a prop weapon, fatally striking cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
Investigators say Baldwin fired the fatal shot that killed cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza, who was seen in a sling on Friday.
The incident started an industry-wide debate about safety measures on set, working conditions, and whether real weapons should be used for films in the first place.
The agency concluding the gun could not be made to fire without a pull of the trigger. The report apparently contradicting what Baldwin insisted in an interview with George last December.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
While we're glad that people are now talking about these issues, we wish something so terrible didn't have to happen to get the conversation going. Number 6. Mel Gibson's various scandals. sometimes it's hard to pick just one scandal. Such is the case with Mel Gibson.
It's definitely possible that Mel's career is over from this. I'm not certain of that. This was as vile as it gets.
Throughout his career, the Mad Max star has said terrible things about multiple marginalized communities. In the 90s, he made homophobic comments. In 2006, during a DUI arrest, he went on an anti-Semitic tirade. A few years later, a call surfaced where Gibson could be heard using racial slurs.
His comments allegedly get worse, turning to racial slurs, which new reports say led to the William Morris talent agency dropping Gibson.
For a while, it seemed like Hollywood had rightly had enough of his behavior. But Hacksaw Ridge, a 2016 film he directed, garnered multiple Oscar nominations, and big industry players now seem to be interested in collaborating once more. Actress Winona Ryder recently brought up more examples of Gibson being xenophobic. So maybe that will change.
The Stranger Things star detailed an alleged encounter with Gibson years ago at a Hollywood event, as she spoke to the Sunday Times about her experience with discrimination as a Jewish woman in the industry.
Number 5. The Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial.
And the fecal delivery, and saying that it was the dogs.
Probably one of the most topical Hollywood trials of our time. Depp v. Heard took place in 2022 and lit social media up like a fire.
Dr. Kipper had told me he'd sustained an injury on one of his
well,
fingers.
Objection, hearsay.
Wait, you asked the question.
Okay.
Actress Amber Heard wrote an op-ed in 2018 wherein she self-identified as, quote, a public figure representing domestic abuse. Although she didn't name Depp in the article, he claimed it ruined his career. He then sued her for defamation.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven, by clear and convincing evidence, that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
Before this trial, he had already lost a libel suit in England, but he won against Heard in the States. The case sparked a huge conversation online about toxic social media fandom and which women we choose to believe when these allegations arise. Number 4. Kevin Spacey's actions. For so long, Kevin Spacey was among the most beloved actors. From his critically acclaimed performances in movies like American Beauty and The Usual Suspects, to his award-winning portrayal of Frank Underwood in House of Cards, people couldn't get enough.
My job is to clear the pipes and keep the sludge moving, but I won't have to be a plumber much longer. I've done my time. I've backed the right man.
So, to say these allegations sent shockwaves through the industry would be an understatement. In 2017, actor Anthony Rapp said that when he was a minor, an adult Spacey attempted to assault him at a party.
He picked me up like a groom picks up the bride over the threshold, but I don't squirm away initially because I'm like, what's going on? And then he lays down on top of me. He was trying to seduce me.
Spacey issued an ill-advised apology and came out as gay, trying to create a link that was completely wrong and inappropriate.
I choose now to live as a gay man. I want to deal with this honestly and openly, and that starts with examining my own behavior.
He has since largely stayed out of the public eye. Number 3. The O.J. Simpson trial. Now, we know what you're thinking. This list is for modern movie star scandals, and O.J. Simpson was an NFL player. But he also starred in the Naked Gun franchise, so we're gonna count it.
If we just stay calm, no one's going to be harmed by the huge bomb that's going to explode any minute.
In the 1990s, Simpson was accused of killing his ex-wife Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman, a friend of hers.
And you'd see people lining the overpasses, go, OJ, go, that type of thing, homemade signs. Because at this point, O.J. Simpson was still beloved, right? Nobody could believe that he would be a killer. It just didn't seem to make sense.
It really was the trial of the century, and a country became divided over whether they believed him to be guilty or not. Although much of the evidence pointed towards Simpson, he was eventually acquitted.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant Orenthal James Simpson not guilty of the crime of murder.
The decision still sparks outrage among many, who don't feel like the victims or their families ever really got justice. Number 2. Accusations against Woody Allen.
We had a marriage-like relationship in every way, and as such, he was in my home as my life's partner, with access to my children.
While he may have once been primarily known for his classic films, Woody Allen is now better known for horrible abuse accusations. The Annie Hall director had a very public relationship with actress Mia Farrow for about 12 years. They started a family before calling it quits in 1992. Alan was then accused of assaulting their young daughter Dylan, whom Farrow had adopted during their time together.
He was so funny, and he made me feel so special. Every time he showed up at the apartment, like a magnet, he would just come straight to me.
As if that wasn't enough, he married Soon-Yi Previn, Farrow's adopted daughter from a previous relationship in 1997.
But freely admits he's in love with another of Farrow's daughters, 21-year-old Soon-Yi.
The director has claimed that he's innocent, but many of Dylan's family members and friends have backed her up throughout this traumatic and public process. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Me Too in Hollywood.
Harvey Weinstein is one of the most influential and powerful studio chiefs of recent vintage in Hollywood, who turned out to be the worst sleazebag we could possibly have imagined.
For decades, Harvey Weinstein had the run of Hollywood. Then, in 2017, a slew of women came forward, claiming that the big-time producer had assaulted them.
At least 35 women accusing Weinstein of sexual misconduct.
While Weinstein subsequently received a 23-year prison sentence, we're not here to talk solely about him. Instead, we're here to talk about the massive movement and cultural shift the allegations against him caused. The Me Too movement took off in the wake of the Weinstein accusations. It seemed that the idea that such a powerful man could be exposed gave more women the confidence to speak up about the mistreatment they've faced. And men like Terry Crews have opened up too.
You cannot violate a person's personal boundary.
Hopefully, the industry can change for the better. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.